Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be standing up here kind of going over the class expectations. I get tired of sitting at my desk and being hunched over, so I figured this would be a way for me to get to stand up for a little bit and just go over the AP US History expectations for you guys. These kind of may change as we go forward. I mean, I'm not quite sure if we're going to be continuing remote learning past September 8th or not. So these expectations are subject to change, but some of these are basics that will stay the same no matter what. So first thing I have written up here is content. So obviously we're going to be talking about all of United States history. Some of you guys may have already taken American 1. Probably not a lot of you have taken American 2 yet. So we're going to be covering, going all the way back to the ancient empires, all the way up as far as we can past the Vietnam War. I will be sharing an article that I want you guys to read from the Princeton Review, and in that article it has the time periods and the percentage that each one will show up on the AP exam. So I know one of the biggest chunks is 1890 up to 1945, so we'll be spending a lot of time covering Spanish-American War, World War I, the Great Depression, World War II. That will be a big part of our class. We'll be spending quite a few weeks going over those major events. That way you're more prepared for that AP exam. So second thing I have up here, AP exam scores. You can see I've written out here how many people last year scored a 5, that's 12%. 18% scored a 4, and then 23% scored a 3. And then the rest was a 1 or a 2. So AP US History is one of the harder AP exams, and the reason for that is because there is a lot of writing involved. So you have to become a good writer in order to score well on that AP exam. And I'll talk more about that with the DBQs here in a second. But with that, you guys can see that not a lot of people make 5s. It is possible. I mean, 1 out of every 10 made a 5, but still very hard to make a 5. When I was in school here, I made a 4, but I did put in a lot of work to bring my writing up to that level. A lot of reading is involved in this class, so that way you guys have that foundation of content and are able to write a good historical essay. So if any of you guys do happen to make a 5 at the end of this course, you can rub that in my face and say that you made a higher score than I did when I was in high school. So 3s. So a 3 to a 5 is accepted by pretty much all universities. All UNC system schools will accept that. Some, private schools like Duke or Harvard, they can be a little bit more picky and may only take a 4 or a 5. So as long as you make a 3 or up, you're most likely going to get college credit for this class. You won't have to take as many history classes once you get to college. And that's self-explanatory. A 1 or a 2 is not going to get you any credit. So there's no need to work really hard in this class and not put in the effort on the AP exam and score that 1 or 2, and then you don't get any college credit. I mean, it still is good college experience. This class will be structured like a college class, so you'll get good experience there. But still, I want you guys to do well on that AP exam, and that's what we're going to be preparing a lot for in this class. So moving on to textbooks. I don't know if my cord will reach all the way over here, but let me grab this. I have 2 books that I want you guys to come and pick up this week as soon as possible. So I'll be putting out a course announcement. I think that I will send all of you guys an email someday this week. Try to make it over here so that way you can come up to the front office. I'll probably be leaving these with Mr. Murray, and you can come in and tell them that you're here to pick up a textbook from Mr. Whitley, or they may have you come down to my classroom and you can just pick it up directly from me. So I still have yet to figure that part out, but if you come up to the school, just say that you need a textbook from Mr. Whitley and you can come down here and get it. So we will have an online textbook for this class, but I haven't had access to it yet. We're still waiting on that from the county office. So in the meantime, we're going to be using an old school textbook here. This is actually the textbook that I used when I was in high school here, but it is a great textbook. It's written very well. So we will be using this starting out. I have enough copies for everybody in the class to have their own copy to take home. And I think it might be nice to kind of break the mundane of reading on a computer screen all the time. So you will come this week and pick up one of those. If you can't make it, just let me know. I'll scan some pages out of it for you. The second thing that I want you guys to come pick up is a copy of American Colonies. This book is by historian Alan Taylor. This is a great book to get you started in American history. It talks a good bit about the ancient civilizations that were here and the different types of colonies, starting with the Spanish and moving into the English and French. So this is what I used in my college class at Western. So everybody will get a copy of that book as well, and that's what we'll be starting out with this week. So again, if you can't make it over here this week for any reason, let me know. I'll scan the pages and put those up on Canvas, but please try to come over here and pick up those two books. And once we get the online textbook, I'll be letting you guys know that as well. So that's all I have for textbooks. And the last thing I wanted to go over with the expectations is DBQs. And a DBQ stands for document-based question. So probably not this first week. We're not going to dive into DBQs quite as much. We will be starting with them next week. And pretty much a DBQ is what you will see on the AP exam. What they will give you is a set of primary sources, and you will need to use those primary sources to construct an essay to answer whatever prompt question they have. And so I'll be showing you guys next week kind of what that looks like, getting you familiar with what a DBQ is. I'll probably be easy on you guys in the beginning with that. Won't grade them too hard. I want you guys to get familiar with it and understand exactly how to structure a DBQ before we start really getting heavy into that and getting graded and getting feedback. So that is what a DBQ is. Again, you'll probably get tired of me saying the word DBQ or the acronym DBQ because we will be doing these a lot. So that is one of the expectations I really want to go over with you guys, and that's what I'll end it on, is this class involves a lot of reading. So you will, sometimes have to read 30, 40 pages out of the textbook in order for you to be able to join in our class discussions. So a lot of reading can be involved. That's not going to be every single night. I try to make homework heavy during the week, so that way you guys don't have to do a lot over the weekend. I don't like working over the weekend, so I will be assigning a lot of that reading for the week. And then with the DBQs, we're doing a lot of writing. So a lot of reading and writing in this class. So be prepared. If you don't think you can handle that workload, maybe this class isn't for you. I just want to be upfront with how high the expectations are in this class. And if you have any questions about that or any concerns, just let me know, and we'll, kind of discuss this in more detail. And I'll be happy, as always, to answer any of you guys' questions.